Hello, everybody, coming at you with all my might. Smite, how you guys doing today? This is my 2018 Yamaha yz450fx big wheel. Now I wanted to go over something. I changed the tires, and this is an all-terrain tire. This is a Kenda Pathfinder, and that is a phenomenal tire, and I'm going to show you why. On the back we got a Duro, and I'm not sure the name. I'll put it up on the screen. It's like it's a weird combination. Now this thing hasn't held up the greatest. You could see that there's some knobs that are wearing away in the center on the left hand side, and that's because of our roads. I do dual sport ride this motorcycle, so I do quite some roads, and I think I have maybe 300 to 400 miles on this tire, and you can see these supposed to have these lips, and that one's flatted off, and it's starting to do that on that side of the tire. Now let's jump on the bike and I'll explain more. All right, so as you can see, if you've seen my pictures of my bike before, now you could see I had a set of Obor ripples on here, and they were a really aggressive looking mud tire. Now I loved those tires. They looked amazing on road. They actually gripped like you would not believe, but I couldn't get any faster than 65 miles per hour with the steering stabilizer, and that's because the tread pattern was just, that was 1 inch tread on that tire, 1 inch deep. That's just way too much tread, way too much in the angular pattern of it. It just threw the bike for a whirl. And one of the issues I also had is when you have a tire like that on there, you can see that Pathfinder, the tread is just so much tighter. And the issue I was having is I would go to lay it in a corner like that, and that mud tire would just literally the front end would just kick right out from underneath me. And because it would slide out because there wasn't enough angular knobs on it. Now the rear tire was phenomenal, but that front tire, it just did not have enough bite to do trail riding, because I couldn't hit any speeds. I couldn't tell you how fast I'm going because I broke my speedometer and I left my GPS at home, but you can see we're not going exactly slow, but I'm able to actually turn and take these turns with some speed now that I have an all-terrain tire on the front and not a mud tire. Now I swapped the rear as well to that, and I also went down because this didn't really change the geometry of the bike, and it changed it too much actually, because what I was having is the bike was taller. So I'm tall, and I put a taller seat on, a Comfort XL, and then I try to run those 25-inch tires, and it was just too tall. Like, I could not flat foot the bike, and it made the bike actually hard to maneuver because it being so tall. So I went down a size in the front. I went down to a 24-inch tire, and in the rear I dropped it down even further to a 23-inch tire. So it gets it more to the angle of it was stock, because I did notice when I was riding that it felt like the rear end was kicking me forward, and that's not a good feeling, because once again I'm out here dual sporting it. Well, currently I'm not, but so it was not a comfortable position whatsoever. So I'm like, I gotta change that. So I went with it. That's the only 23-inch tire I could find. Now these are speed rated H tires, or is it F? I think it's F, because they're only rated for 53 mile an hour. I mean, it will do 80. I have done 80. Oh, almost got over it that time. But it sticks to the road and is nice and true. Now the rear tire, and not so much. Like, but when I say it stays true, it's not wobbling. The rear hates with a passion wet pavement. It's not pleasant at all on the wet pavement. But yeah, you gotta give and you gotta take. I enjoy the better grip off-road, and actually the more maneuverability that the lower wheelbase gets me. And there's only been a couple instances where I've actually cased like logs, and that's because they're logs. I'm not sure if I would have cased a normal dirt bike as well, but that's just the cards I'm given. But this front tire I highly recommend if you're running a fat tire. Holy crap, it actually grips, and that makes a world of a difference. And you don't get crazy speed wobble. Now, like I said, I am running a steering stabilizer, so I'm not sure if you would get speed wobble on the road or not. And that I'm not sure because I have a steering stabilizer. But yeah, I can actually turn, and it's phenomenal. I really enjoy that feature. It is a feature, very, very nice. So I wanted to come out here, show you what it's capable of. And that's the Kenda Pathfinder. It's a 24 by 8 by 12, and it's just a phenomenal all-terrain tire. Big fan. I'm not sure. I might end up running one on the rear. And I was also thinking about getting a tire siper and cutting a couple more notches in the front to break up the blocks even more, so I get even more biting edges. I'm not sure, because this is actually the first time I've actually off-roaded it this hardcore in a setting that I'm familiar with. Like, this is my trails, so I know how it should handle in here. And I'm definitely hitting this a lot faster than I was. Oh, that's a big rock. Oh, I just mounted right over. I'm definitely hitting a lot faster than I was when I had the mud tires on. So definitely happy with this tire. The rear tire, I think I'm going to try to do a little more experimenting with, because I'm not totally sold on that one. However, it's not bad off-road at all, so you can't hold that against it. But it's just, who knew that the off-road tire wouldn't do the hottest on the street, you know? So I'm actually thinking along the lines of that tire siper again, of getting a more road-oriented tire and just cutting the crap out of it and making it an off-road tire. I mean, people with mud trucks do it all the time, so I think I'm gonna experiment with that. Let me know what you think, if that's something you want to see, because I think like the Duro Scorchers or something along the lines of a flat track tire, maybe the Kenda Road Goes. There's a plethora of tires, and if I can just make it suit my needs, that would be phenomenal. So yeah. Now, bike turns, bike grips, and the bike rips, my friends. Just dig it and send it. It's a phenomenal bike, and I'm truly pleased with how it's handling now. It wasn't always the case, but you know, that's the whole joy of experimenting, making something your own. You get to work out the bugs and make her shine. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day, and God bless.